What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Social Sig vlog. Today is Monday, April 8th of 2024. And I feel like a lot has happened this last week. I think the last I vlogged was perhaps right before the Mad Planet show on March 30th. April is flying by. Today is the first really nice day out of April, it feels like. So definitely going to go on a big dog walk with Crab Cake at some point with Sheila. But so much has happened this last week. It's been actually a really, really hectic week. In good ways and in stressful ways. It's been really rewarding, but lots going on. So the Mad Planet show was a blast. Thank you guys for coming out. Had a really, really, really fun time. Finally got to play the legendary Mad Planet. Come on. Oh, really stoked that they're starting to do more bands there too. So that's been really cool. So yeah, we had an awesome crowd and really, really fun night. I guess it just went exactly how I wanted it to. We played first and then Hot Like Mars finished up the night. They're kind of like a more jam funk band, so they kind of just kept the party rolling and we're all just hanging out. I made those giant pool noodle cigarettes, so we threw those out kind of midway through the set, and those were a hit. Lots of people loved those, and definitely want to kind of do those for all the bigger future shows. I put in another order, which actually the white noodles, I tried to order some more through the same site and they're sold out. The only color that's sold out, interestingly enough. But I found some other ones that, because people use them for like covering pipes to make them, I guess, children proof or something like that. So it has a little slit in the middle. So I have ordered a bunch more for the Vivarium show, which is the next Milwaukee show I'm really promoting. April 27th. It's going to be awesome. Well and Good is going to be on the bill, opening up the night. Motel Breakfast from Chicago. And then Micah and Dwayne. I was just about to say Dwayne Emmerich, but it's Dwayne Davis and Micah Emmerich. Two of my homies from West Bend. They're going to play right before us, and then we go last. So it's going to be a really fun show. Come through. Tickets I'm going to put in the bio below. Really, really stoked for that show. Really stoked for a lot of shows coming up. We have kind of as usual vlog fashion, I'm kind of just bouncing around a bunch, but got some huge Midwest shows coming up here in April that I'm really excited about. So next, or I guess on Thursday, today's Monday, so on Thursday we are playing at Burlington Bar with Jacob Slade, a Social Sig alum, and Comfort Club from LA, who's on tour. So gonna be back in Chicago because we were just there on Friday, and then we're gonna go up to Minneapolis to play a full band set. Chicago's a full band set as well, but Minneapolis to do a full band set. Up at Ice House with a band called League 2 and Daphne Jane, some heavy hitters in the Minneapolis area. Ice House seems like a really cool venue too, so excited to play there for the first time. And then on April 20th, we are playing the Majestic Theater again in Madison. That's going to be opening for a band called Kainalu, who's kind of like a Tame Impala sort of artist, kind of like synthy, indie, dreamwave, fun dance music. Should be really dope. And then a band from Madison called East of Vilas is playing before us. So them, us, and then Kainalu. So it's going to be a really fun show at Majestic Theater, and then the Vivarium show. So kind of stressed out a little bit. Not stressed out, but I definitely have that pressure in my head of like, I got to be promoting these pretty heavy. And it's a little tough because they're shows in different cities also close to each other, and I want to do a good job promoting all of them. So the email list has been good. I've been emailing people. I got to do kind of like a text message / Instagram DM campaign coming up here, just to let everybody know that we're coming. As some of you may know, I keep spreadsheets of everybody, either who signed up for the email list or have I've just ran into online of like each state. And then it kind of breaks down into city and then people / band / venue. So all information there. So I just try to keep a a good document of, it's called my touring spreadsheet, Social Sig tour sheet. It's a good document that has all the information so I can let people know that we're coming through. So, but gonna be doing some Instagram promo and stuff, but it is a little, like I said, a little stressful because with the algorithm and everything, it only, I guess, you gotta spread it out like every few days for a post to get good engagement. Or at least that's kind of my rule of thumb. I always try to post every other day, but trying to stay on top of that. So got some promo ideas that I'm ready to shoot. Crab Cake is gonna be featured in those. People tend to be liking those, and we're making him into a little star, so that's been good. But back to my stressful week this last week. So Mad Planet was a blast. Easter was on Sunday, the very next day, so happy Easter, everybody. I had a really nice brunch at the Merriment Social with my family and my cousin Nolan and Sheila and the Lawrences, my family's friends. So really, really nice afternoon there. And then we drove down to Chicago, actually like North Shore, Chicago, where Sheila's from. And we stayed with her mom for a few days because Sheila's on spring break. She works at a middle school. And so it was just kind of shit weather all week, but we were there Monday and Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. On Monday, so Sheila's aunt works at the Art Institute. So we got a free pass into the Art Institute. So kind of just hung around there. And also on Sunday night or evening, I had sent out a final email to the talent buyer of Bottom Lounge, who I'd been in contact with, about the potential opportunity to open for a band called Lime Cordiale on April 5th, which, so I sent him an email just one more time because we had been talking. He said it didn't get approved yet by I guess it was approved by the band, but it wasn't approved by their booking agent. So just kind of lots of hoops to go through. But he told me that he'd have an answer by Monday. So he called the agent and they said it's a go. So when I was at the Art Institute, I got an email from Kevin just saying like, hey, good news, just give me a call quick. So I called him and I was super nervous, like shaking with excitement. And he said that we got the gig to play Chicago at the Bottom Lounge for Lime Cordiale, and opening for them and a band called Windsor, who was on tour with them. And so he said that there's over 500 tickets sold. So yeah, freaking insane opportunity. So yeah, huge shout out and thank you to Bottom Lounge for that opportunity. And so it was quite a week just kind of getting the band on board and figuring out schedules that way, making sure I promoted it good enough, and just kind of getting those ducks in a row. Also on that Sunday, I got the news that my family is putting down our first dog, Ollie, on this Wednesday. So I made time last week after being in Chicago, driving back to Milwaukee for Tuesday night, and then Wednesday I was going to say goodbye to Ollie, which I did, but I started my car, my minivan, the Social Sig Mobile, and it didn't start. It started right away a little bit. It was kind of like, and then it started. And then a few more times after trying to restart it and start it, just stopped starting altogether. So I called my dad. He said it's the starter, potentially. So I likely have AAA and got that all sorted out. And luckily Sheila has her own Prius, so I was able to use that. So I set up an appointment to get it serviced, which is a little stressful because I plan on taking the minivan down to Chicago on Friday. And also just everyone's just kind of schedules of like the band and everything. And we had a back line, we had to bring our own drum kit and amps. So it was quite a week just figuring all that out, but it was good. We figured it out. My van wasn't ready, and we ended up taking Kai's car, which was no big deal, and it worked out because we barely fit everything with just me and Kai fitting. But then Eli and Isaac were both in Chicago Thursday night, luckily already. So it just kind of worked out like that. So for Friday's show, but I'm just kind of rambling now. But and then on Thursday, me and Sheila had plans to have a staycation with Crab Cake going to the Sitters. So we spent the night in Walker's Point. And we got some dinner at Don's TV and just kind of figuring out some stuff with like the tour coming up. And that was a good night, but lots of like things up in the air, but I knew we'd all work it out, but just lots going on this last week. But it was good. It was rewarding, like I said. So we played the show in Chicago on Friday, and it was a freaking blast. We killed it. It was a really, really good time. I'm gonna make a show recap on my Patreon in the link below, so you can go ahead and read that. I just kind of go into the shows, like a debrief in a little bit more detail on the Patreon for anyone that's interested. It's $5 a month starting at, so you guys can check that out in the link below. I'm gonna try to get that up by today. I got some new merch coming in soon, so I'm getting these. I got some new merch sheets printed out. Kind of annoying at the library. See if you see the bottom here. It's like a Google Drive like thing, so I gotta crop those. Just kind of looking forward to promoting some shows coming up. What else is going on? So got a new merch order coming in that I'm picking up sometime this week. A stressful thing with figuring out like the whole Chicago thing, it was just getting a photographer and also getting someone to run merch. And shout out my buddy Josh and this photographer named Kennedy Cottrell. It really is just kind of like running a business at some points, but and I feel like now lately more than ever I've been more like, sometimes it feels like I'm 90% business, like 10% artist, which I really do soak up and enjoy the moments on stage. I really use it as a form of expression, and I feel like my live show and just like letting loose on stage has been has gotten much better, and I always critique myself after every show, but lately, I just try to get into a good state, and it's more of like a switch, like on and off, but of just like really kind of knowing like what I want to get out of a live show and like what I want to express, I guess. Thanks to y'all for coming out, and I hope it's a good time, because we like to have a good time on stage. What am I trying to say? It's been quite a joy. Yeah, like I was saying though, it's just like a lot of business admin stuff. So keeping my financials straight and getting everything good. Last week we also stopped at Walmart and did a big Walmart trip, me and Sheila, and we got a bunch of camping gear for our trip coming up, or / tour coming up. So we're gonna be camping a few nights, which I'm pretty excited about. So we got a little stovetop, just a bunch of just kind of like knickknacks. I got some blind spot mirrors, some covers for the van just to make sure no one like sees through and breaks in, first aid kit, just a bunch of good stuff. So we did that the other day, but yeah, this week has been flying by. The weather hasn't been super great. What else is going on? Just kind of keeping the house nice and tidy. Looking forward to these shows coming up in April, and also figuring out this merch drop. I want to do a really cool photography photo shoot with some friends in the merch, and I have this idea of making it, I don't know if you've seen Instagram swipe slideshow things where it's all kind of connected in the same photo. So I think it'd be really cool to kind of do that with like the merch, kind of like people posing, but as like a social cigarette, like people in a circle, kind of like that 70s show, how it spins around the table. But it would be people outside wearing the merch, enjoying a cigarette, and kind of like a swipe full 360. So kind of like a little scene. So I think that'd be really cool. Figuring that out, I came up with some promo ideas for a reel last night. Haven't been sleeping good. This is the first night that we woke up, or first morning we woke up early to take Sheila to school, to her work. So it was quite an early morning, but it feels really good to get up. What else is going on? But yeah, just kind of like figuring out booking for this this tour. I feel like I lost my train of thought a little bit, but yeah, just trying to figure out the rest of this tour. The only dates I have to book yet, which I wanted to dedicate most of today to just emailing and DMing and booking for this West Coast tour because it's coming up. I still got to confirm Bellingham, Washington, San Francisco, San Diego, Phoenix, and Colorado Springs. So 5 dates. Sounds and feels like a lot, but I have some good leads and have been talking to some bands. Just haven't solidified something yet. So I've also been talking to So Far Sounds. So they typically book 6 weeks out. So in my head, I feel like I'm not, I don't know, like the clock is ticking basically for booking these. And my goal is to announce this tour by the end of April. So I'm in a good spot now, but definitely feeling a lot of pressure with getting these solidified. And I know that once these are solidified, I'm going to feel much better and be able to promote them much more. Got to set up Facebook events for everything, and add them to my bands in town. Also, something that just popped in my head is that Teenager came out last Friday. I've gotten a lot of really, really nice love on the song. Like, people have been messaging me, and they're really digging the tune. And I remember feeling like right before it came out, I was like, I should have added an extra guitar part here. I should have done this differently. But Sheila reassured me that it sounds great, and a lot of people assured me it sounds great after it came out. And if I added anything too much, or if I added anything else, it would have been a little bit too much and too chaotic. But also, I have just listened to the song like a million times in the last like month or two just to make sure it's all good to go. So I have that bias there as well. So what else was I going to mention? And I've also been tentatively booking a fall tour right now lately. I just can't help it for some reason, or that's just kind of what I've been planning. But also I'm like, I need to focus on booking this May and June tour before doing this fall tour. But it's been good though, because I have solidified Washington, D.C. and pretty much confirmed New York for this upcoming late September. So really excited for that. I don't know if I'll be with the full band or solo yet. I really, really hope to do full band, but it's going to be like a whole 3-week tour. So really excited to get back out east, sharing some dates with a band called Staring in Spaces, some friends from DC, so they've been helping me book those. Also got booked for Ann Arbor which I gotta change this, Ann Arbor for Saturday, September 21st. Might be at Bottom Lounge in October again. I was talking with the venue this last week. Philadelphia is almost confirmed. But basically, we're going to go out east all the way to New York, down to like Savannah, and even down to Florida, and then kind of looping back throughout like Atlanta, Nashville, Cincinnati, back home. So I'm just kind of looking at these dates. But yeah, so I have a Columbus also pretty much confirmed. So yeah, getting that together. But like I said, I just need to really focus on this current tour for May. But that's kind of on the docket for like what's next. And then after that, I'm kind of thinking like about working on just new music and writing and kind of taking a little bit of a breather from the road over winter. And maybe actually booking like a down south tour for early spring instead of like last winter I did right after Christmas down south and then through like the new year, and it was just kind of chaotic because it was the holidays and hard to get people out to shows because everything's just so busy. So I'm definitely kind of avoiding that for this next year. And trying to think about what else. We did get confirmed for Brady Street Festival on July 20th. Still waiting on Summerfest. So big announcements soon on all of that stuff. And like I said, big announcement on the merch. Blah, 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 blah. And yeah, just been busy. But in a really good way. I can't complain at all. It's been everything I've ever dreamed of, and just it's been interesting being in the music industry more and more, and kind of meeting people, and meeting people who know people I know, and also running into some characters on the road. Lime Cordial was really cool. But also meeting some people in the industry that aren't super cool, some slimy people who I'm not going to mention, has been interesting. So it really makes me reflect on, I don't know, just like it is important to be, I'd like to think that I'm a good human, and I think the music industry has a lot of good humans in it, but I feel like maybe like with a lot of other industries, like there's also not good people in it. So just try to maybe avoid those people, or just kind of acknowledge them when you come across them, which is interesting. Cool. And I just got, proofs are complete. Shipping confirmation for, never mind. This is just like some merch email that just came in, but I think that's all I wanted to talk about. I'm sorry if this is super long and just rambling, but like I said, I feel like a lot has happened this last week, because lots has happened. And I've been, have been taking time to decompress quite a bit. Also trying to get out and be active as much as possible, when it's nice out, I guess. Really looking forward to the summer. Really looking to being on the road, but yeah, I kind of talking with I think of Newski. He brings it up a lot when I talk to him, like what is getting you excited, outside of music and things like that. So because I feel like so much of my life is revolved around this project. I hope that I'm not, I guess, lacking in other areas of my life, as far as my physical and mental health, and then also my relationships and my friends. And I've been fortunate and made time to get coffee with some old friends recently, and just kind of calling people and saying hey. So really trying to make that a bigger, I guess, make it a priority as things get so busy. And as life moves on. So, yes. Okay. So this part might be kind of boring. So, I'm going to wrap this up. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to talk about right now. But yes, please consider coming to a show. I'm going to put the ticket links down below or at least my tour dates for this April and future stuff. So definitely grab some tickets. If you guys are interested in coming to a show. So we got Chicago, Minneapolis, Madison, and Milwaukee. They're going to be a blast. Very excited. All full band shows. Not awful band shows, but all full band shows. And they're going to be a lot of fun. So hope to see you guys there at a show, and thinking of you. Feel free to reach out in a message. I feel like I'm super behind on a lot of my text messages and DMs, so trying to catch up on those too. But love you guys. Thank you for the support, and see you soon. All right. Bye. Crab Cake says bye. He's a little sleepy boy. All right. Love yous. Bye.